Welcome back.
Oh, is it on? Is it recording?
It's on, Pooh. Baby boy, it's on.
Welcome to YouTube land, Twitter land, whatever.
Did you know Dr. Mario Montoya put gold teeth on too?
He's taking them off.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just mind my business. That's how rumors get started.
That's what I'm saying. He's taking them off. West, so y'all.
Oh my God. Y'all, if y'all listen, let me just say something right quick.
Yeah, start it off. Pop it off.
Y'all going to Colombia and all these other places to get y'all's teeth done to look like chiclets, which is fine. Do your thing. But if your teeth are already damaged, decayed, rotten, cavities.
The word decay is wearing me out.
You know, you're not solving the problem. You are putting a Band-Aid on it. And you're going to still need work done. And I can't even believe that he will still do the work. I guess it's just like I'm getting paid. But some of this stuff I'm looking on his page, like, y'all need to see a dentist for real. Like, see what if you have a job that offers medical insurance, dental insurance, please, like, look into your options. Serious, this is bothering me. It really is. All right, that's all.
Finn. So, what's the Tiznayi?
Honey,
First of all, let me just start this episode off by, I'm pretty sure you have noticed by the title that it's Pride Month and it's about pride. Happy Pride, guys. Happy Pride.
My job
have
is
some
doing
enthusiasm.
Yay, happy Pride. No, my job. You know, one thing I really love about my company is they are very inclusive, well, at least on the surface, about just different beliefs and lifestyles and religions and ethnicities and everything. So this month, they have signs everywhere. Every single week, there's an event about just Pride in general, celebrating Pride. We have like this dance team that's like all transgender women, and they like do like a line dance. They have a seminar on pronouns. I mean, I think that's super dope.
Yeah.
For real. Somebody asked me what I liked about my company the other day because she had just started working there, and I told her that. And I don't think she liked my answer. She's like, "Oh, that's what you like." But I guess it was awkward. But I had just read the sign. I'm just like, that's so dope. Like, the only other company that did that was Apple, that did like a lot of pride. Apple has like pride parades and all kinds of stuff. But my job, they do a lot of stuff. Even for like African American History Month, they had a lady who came and like gave us free resources on tracing our lineage and, you know, how to find information that you wouldn't get from Ancestry. For Asian Heritage Month, they had talent shows, they had parades. It was like the Chinese New Year, they had the drag. And, I mean, they just do so many different things for ethnicities, and it's so dope to me. And
I'm Chinese.
Okay, cool. But no, I just think it's super dope that a company that huge does. And they even do things for HBC. They do a lot of stuff, and whether the CEOs are supportive of these this inclusivity or not, I think that the people, that's cool that they give people the power to be in charge of that. Like the lady that was over the HBCU program was like a marketing manager, not even like a VP or, you know, a big, you know, I can't even talk straight because Chris is doing the dance from the Say My Name video when they was on their knees and moving in a circular motion. Anywho, shout out to them, but go ahead. It is Pride Month. What's your plans? Or what have you done? You went to DC?
Let me just say this.
I guess that's a no.
Shout out to Black Pride. I really feel like I like more of an inclusive Pride that has actual Pride events and things going on where it's helping our community and other stuff like that. You know, just helping us with resources. I mean, realistically, like, you know, we definitely have grown a lot over the years, especially with our inclusiveness with everything. But there's also still segregation in the LGBT community. And it's like really bad in my opinion. And we separate Black Pride with actual pride. So when you hear people say DC Pride and it's coming from a Black person, they're probably talking about Black Pride, which I don't attend at all.
Wait, Black Pride's not what they have in Atlanta?
We have 3 prides in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We have one official pride. We have MLK weekend, which they turned into Pride for, I don't know what is a significance from that. But
Civil Rights Pride.
Good choice, but nothing is civil about it. So,
oh, God.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we have Labor Day.
Okay.
Here in Atlanta. So, no, to answer your question, I ain't mean to go on there. Well, I don't care, but DC Pride, no, I didn't go. That's one of the Black Pride events, and I don't shade them. I just don't go just because I feel like it's something I can do here. It's all about clubbing.
Yeah, true.
They have like club events. They have celebrities. And,
yeah, I seen Megan Thee Stallion perform.
Yeah.
And Carisha.
It's never it's never like I like stuff like parades and empowerment speeches.
So do you prefer the quote unquote white pride? Is that what you're saying?
We call it white pride, but let's just not call it that. We're gonna call
pride.
it traditional pride.
Because is it diverse?
It's inclusive. Yeah, it's diverse. You see kids and you see all races, and it's like a pride parade, and it's different.
It's like
pride
a true
events.
Celebration and not like a party. Okay, I got you.
It's not
I
partying.
would like to go to Pride. I actually wanted to go
the
with my
traditional
last
Pride.
company.
We can go there, but yeah, I would. That is actually really fun, and I mean, it's still sort of the same ideas. Like people are definitely partying and stuff like that during the streets, but it's also stuff that are like giving you information on how to be helpful in your community when it comes to LGBT people, and even sometimes I've seen like job fairs that hire that are hiring in our community, stuff like that during Pride, and I don't see that during these other Pride events.
When is the traditional Pride?
October.
Oh, in the fall.
Yeah.
Turn up. So y'all got one
For
every
Atlanta.
quarter for Black Pride.
Child, every day is Black Pride in Atlanta.
Interesting. No, I think that's cool though. I would love to celebrate Pride. I think, just to be a part of the movement and show solidarity, because people think I'm a lesbian anyway, so that's what
I am.
But no, that's
I'm a
cool,
lesbo.
though. So what okay.
So today we're gonna get back to that Pride subject, but I'm gonna stop us for a second and do our Hotlanta highlights.
Highlight.
So
highlight.
Oh. So yesterday I had the pleasure of being a part of an event for a company called Galore Beauty. It's a cosmetics brand. So basically they had a launch event yesterday, and I was a featured makeup artist for the event, and I did makeup using their products. So I didn't have to, it wasn't like a class. I just, did makeup at the event on a model.
Did you have like a stage presence, or how was this?
I had like a little area, where people can like walk by and watch me do makeup, and then they had areas like where you can try the makeup out yourself, and then of course purchase it, and then they had like food and drink stations, and like a photo, step and repeat, and they had one outside and inside, which I thought was cool. Like it was a really, 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 really nice event. I haven't been to an event like that in so long. So yeah,
that's cool.
You can tell that they put a lot of time and effort into the event. But the company, I actually really like the the line. She let me keep it after I use all this stuff, which I thought was very
people
nice
not normally do that.
Yeah, but I'm just like I use it.
I was gonna say, dang, that's what it takes to be that good. That's a shame. People need to get that together.
No, but it's really good though. Like she has a full product line, which I thought was good too, because usually when people come out with stuff, they come out with like just a lash or a lip gloss. She had lip glosses, lip pencils, eyeshadow palettes, highlighter palettes, blush palettes, mascara, mink lashes, beauty blenders, everything. Like,
how did you find them? Or
brow gels. They found me. They found me on Instagram, and we set it up. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, the ads are really nice. Everything. I love it.
That's
so
cool.
If you want to check them out, if you're into makeup, they have an Instagram.
Or if you're not into makeup, you can be a beginner, because I've been a beginner for a long time.
Yes. They have an Instagram. Their Instagram is Galore Beauty Inc.
Following.
So yeah. It's Black owned, of course. And they just go off. Like, I love it. I will be using their products. She gave me the whole line. I was like, yes.
Is Stephanie Woods, that's the CEO?
Stephanie, her name is Stephanie Dixon. Or Stephanie Woods Dixon, right?
I'm not sure. She posted her
Stephanie Wood Dixon.
Voyage ATL article, and it just says Stephanie Woods.
Stephanie Wood Dixon.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah,
So
we got the
is your
same
cousin?
last name. Nah, we don't know each other. But yeah, she's dope. She actually has 3 other businesses too. She had which I thought was cool. I didn't know. She spoke yesterday at the event and she was talking about one of her other businesses that she has with her husband. They have a flower shop in Sandy Springs or Roswell.
Oh, really? That's over here.
That's where she got the theme for her cosmetic line.
That makes me very happy. Well, number 1, that's my neck of the woods. Number 2, I'm gonna just get flowers just because so I can support.
So she ended up she said that she used those flowers for her, like, that theme.
So those were real?
I don't know if they were real or not, but this is just where her theme came from. And, like, the name of her palettes are after flowers and stuff like that.
That's a good way to merge a business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So her husband was there. He had on the shirt that said Galore Beauty Inc. He was there repping. I was happy to see that. But she has 2 other businesses, too, outside of that. I don't know what it is, but she was just saying that this is just a passion project that she worked on.
Yes.
So, her husband was really nice. He came up to me and, he talked about talked about the business, and he was telling me about the flowers. And I actually left with a bouquet of flowers. I have flowers in my room and living room. I got 2 of them.
Can you find out the name of the flower shop for me, please?
Yeah, I'll hit her up about it.
Well, it should be on the flowers, right? Or no?
I don't really know the Instagram for the flower. Maybe that can be our next
the company, that's fine. I would just go to it physically, like, because it's in my neighborhood.
Yeah, like, look at their Step and Repeat outside. They had 2. This is the one outside. This is the event. Oh,
was this in Castleberry Hills?
No, it was on Howard Mill.
Oh, you did say that. This looked like a venue I went to an expo in. Sorry.
It was real nice. It was a lot of people that showed up. So
that's fire, man.
I was really happy. But yeah, that's it for HOTLANTA highlight.
Appreciate that step. Once I find out who the flower place, I'm gonna find a reason to buy flowers. Because it's in my neighborhood, and I don't know. I just discovered this place in my neighborhood called Be Social. Actually, I'll talk about it at another time. All right.
So.
Every time you say so, I'd be like, so. I typed a text to this girl I used to see.
Hey.
Said I chose this person.
Okay.
Yeah. Now CC'd every. And he said he CC'd every girl that he CC'd around. So it took a long time for me to know what he meant by CC. And when I figured it out, I was like, bruh, happy birthday. Happy birthday just passed.
Wow.
But anywho.
So for Shop Talk today.
Shop Talk.
I want to talk about TopShop.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what's up? What's going
Shop
on?
Talk,
I know they're closing down.
Closed.
Is it because all the thieves in Lenox Mall? Same thing happened to American Apparel?
I think so. But they're closing around the country. Like, the brand is closing all the stores, not just Lenox.
Aren't they UK based, or am I wrong?
I don't know. Probably so, because I can't fit nothing in there.
The retail apocalypse is real.
Yes.
For real.
It's happening. Like, I'm really... Like, TopShop haven't even been in the mall that long.
Yeah, a couple years.
And I just feel like, whoa. So
wait,
now,
are they going online only, or are they just out?
They're going online only.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, that is embarrassing and sad, and I really do feel bad for those people that
I
have
don't think
lost
it's
their
embarrassing.
jobs.
I think what it
well,
is...
people
is
gotta lose
that,
their job. Imagine
that's true. But... Not to talk down on people's careers or anything, but usually with retail, it's easy for you to find another one.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I know. I've had 20 jobs, so. And I don't even work.
Didn't notice.
Well, I kind of do still work. My company is a retailer, but, just do the corporate side, so I guess I can't.
You work at TopShop, keep your head up, Pooh. Somebody hire, go work at Zara. Send me that discount.
They next. Just kidding. No, honestly, that's really sad. I always feel like TopShop is expensive.
I feel like malls as a whole is next. I feel like if you're not purchasing like luxury items like Louis Vuitton, Gucci,
and people are looking for experiences. So if you have something that needs to be very like like
Urban Outfitters.
Yeah. It's like something about them that they have that you really get one of ones in there almost.
But Urban Outfitters is trash. Like they be finding stuff in the thrift store and remaking it. And
I saw an Igloo lunchbox for like $60. Mine was like $4-5 back in the day. I kind of wanted
it,
but
still
I'm like,
are.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You can go to TJ Maxx and get an Igloo lunchbox. I've got
you
one.
can get FUBU out of Urban Outfitters, man. It's crazy.
Now that I get.
I know, but they tax.
But yeah, TopShop is closing. My friends went and racked up. They got a huge sale going on.
Really?
My friends went there and racked up.
It's funny. I was just in Lenox the other day and they weren't having no. I should have went after that. I'm not even into fashion like that anyway. What I'm gonna get some flats.
Yeah, but They ain't sell my size anyway, so I don't care.
Ooh, period.
These UK brands. So that's why I appreciate H&M, even though H&M, they they had their little racist thing, but whatever. Well, not whatever. I don't want y'all to attack
I know
me,
what you mean, though. It's like...
They definitely sell my size. They're UK based brand, but they sell my size.
I know what you mean.
It's not really shop talk, but I'm just happy for my girl Megan Thee Stallion.
Period.
She got nominated for a BET Award already.
So did Kash Doll. Not to dim Megan's life, but I'm happy for Kash Doll too.
I like Kash Doll. Kash Doll's been out for a minute, so whatever. But we're focusing on Megan right now. My girl Megan is having a organic come up. And I love it.
So, recently Lizzo was on the Breakfast Club, right?
Saying that she signed to Atlantic Records.
But people were saying it like that. People knew who Megan was signed to. Why did people make a big deal about that?
She's not even signed to Atlantic Records.
She's signed to 300, but isn't that...
It's affiliated with Atlantic Records.
Okay. There was like Lizzo spills tea about Megan being on Atlantic, but I was like...
That's old. We already knew that.
But that's what I'm saying. Why did it become such a big deal, I guess? That's what I'm asking.
But she's not signed to Atlantic. She's signed to a label that is affiliated with Atlantic, so they're automatically trying to assume like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But no, this is definitely... Ooh. I feel like it is anyway.
Speaking of affiliated with Atlantic Records, the OG Gigi McGuire.
Oh.
Just turned... she's with Michael Kaiser.
She's my old client.
She just turned 40, and I love Gigi. That's all I got to say about that.
Gigi McGuire is my old client. I started doing her makeup when she stopped dancing. Like,
did you see her last show?
No, I met her after.
Oh, okay.
But apparently it's a DVD or something. Like, she
really?
went out, all out.
I seen the performance, but I saw it online on Instagram, actually.
Yeah, The Last Dance. She
Dang, that's kind of fire.
Yeah, after she did that, she opened up a pole dancing studio.
Yep, in Philly, or she had one here?
She had one on Auburn Avenue downtown. And I used to go there and do her makeup, and she would have events there and all that sort of stuff. So.
Wait, is it still there?
No, I don't think it is, because she moved. She lives in Philly.
Yeah.
Well, didn't she move to New York Vice or something?
She probably did, but Philly, that stuff's not that far. I know she records lip service every week, so I don't know. Maybe she is in New York, or maybe she's close by.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Gigi McGuire, hey, boo.
Happy birthday to her. She's dope. I love her. For It's so sad I discovered her, like, just a few years ago and didn't even know how legendary she was, but I'm woke now, boo. I'm woke, and she, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I was looking, I still be fine. Like, when I went to Kamaya's birthday pool party, and I seen some girls that used to dance in the snack pack there. I was like, girl, where you find these girls
What is snack pack?
The snack pack, for those who are uncultured like my sister over here.
Shut up. I'm very cultured. I'm just granny. Okay, bye. Next. Go ahead.
So the snack pack is the original girls who used to get, like, flown out on private jets and helicopters. They used to do the tricks on the pole where they, like, surfing on each other and doing all this. They came up with that. So it was like 6 of them.
Gigi was a snack pack?
Good question. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, they came from Magic City.
I didn't even know Gigi was the silhouette of Magic City. I didn't know that. Well, I mean, the silhouette is different now, but that's fine. That's legendary.
Yeah, I don't know who. I mean, because stripping is like people still go to strip clubs, but I remember a few years ago on social media, like, being a dancer was just like the most popping thing. Like, you would always see people posting from their job.
Some people you don't even know they strippers no more.
Yeah, they don't do it.
I think that's fair though. I mean, come pay to see me.
I think that Black China started that trend
of not being an obvious stripper, or what?
No, yeah, well, both. Like, she was one of this era, one of the first people to just be really open about her dancing and being in a quote unquote trap. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
You know,
we've established that the strip club is a trap.
Yeah. So that's what they say, you know. They
okay.
Be in a trap. So she was one of the people. And then, like, when she stopped dancing and started going to what, you know, her other businesses and her other relationships and stuff, you know, people started emulating that.
I love me some Blac Chyna when she used to have that. I mean, I still do now.
That bang.
But yeah, that era, something about her, because, you know, I never used to hear her talk. I just used to see her, and I'm just like, this girl is a boss.
I loved Blac Chyna.
But now, I mean, I don't know, she's just been tarnished by this social media stuff to me.
Yeah.
All the drama.
I mean, you know, normal people stuff, for real, we being honest. But
yeah, it is, but it's just drastic.
It's just because it's in the light of media. It's just horrible. But I mean, realistically, I just like her. I like her personality. I think that she just be chilling. I met her a few times, and she's been welcoming. She supports the LGBT community.
Did you see that? Oh, you said T. Trump tweeted about LGBT the other day. He left out the queue, and people were very, very, very upset.
Who even pays attention to Trump when he talks?
Yeah, he's blocked, but I saw somebody reply to it, and it said I couldn't see the tweet, so I went on his page.
But yeah, I love Black China. Very, very supportive. So now we can enter our topic for today. So I wanted to, since it's Pride Month, I really wanted to address a lot of things that we have issues with in the LGBT community, because a lot of our heterosexual counterparts, they don't really know. So I feel like a lot of times on social media, we as a community, I personally don't do it just because I understand people make mistakes and I understand people just genuinely don't know. But I feel like we should educate our people on what to do and what not to do and what can be seen offensive and what's not offensive, because they don't know.
Okay, educate us.
So I'm here today with you to educate people on those type of things, okay? So one of the most obvious things I think that I really hate, that's really starting to like be a problem, is addressing people as the correct pronouns. And with me and you have this conversation all the time, and I'm going to just be real about it. Can I be real for a second without y'all being mean and being evil to me? The pronoun things can be a little bit confusing. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes, just because of what we see visually, like I've ran into people who are, they were born male, but they do wear some type of female clothing, but they do have beards and they have like body hair, stuff that men will have, but they want to be identified as she, her, and a woman. And I think that people shouldn't be offended when people say that because of what we're looking at. I mean, I think it's a little bit too much to just walk up to every person you see and say, "Hey, how would you like to be addressed?" I say the
same thing, and it really does, because I've misgendered people who I could say they appear similar. They both are born men, but now they identify as women. One doesn't want to be called a woman, one does. So it's like, well, how am I supposed to know that? Like, I'm obviously, like you said, I'm not gonna go up to every person that asks, but I do want to do it properly. But it's kind of like, it just kind of ruins the atmosphere almost having to go through that every time. Every time.
So I feel like, we as a community should be a little bit more lightweight to stuff like that. But also, in the same breath, I feel like people do stuff on purpose. Like, if you know that a person is transgender, if you know they're a transgender woman, and they are, I feel like you should address them as such. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are, because it's not harming you in the end of the day.
It's nobody's business.
It's nobody's business. Like, the end of the day, I could want to be addressed as a monkey. Well, let me not say that.
I mean, you just said
elephant. Yeah, right.
The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room.
As long as your trunk up, that means good luck. That's what they say. Okay, carry on.
All right. But I mean, like, if I want to be addressed, whatever, it shouldn't be any of your business. But I think that you can't tell somebody how to feel. You don't know how they were born, like what goes in their brain. And people being born in the wrong body, that's definitely a thing. You should research it. You know what I'm saying? So address people as their right pronouns. That's all I ask, because I think that's rude. And don't do it when you mad. Like, I hate when people get mad. They get in arguments and be like,
"Look at your man, look at yourself."
Oh yeah, man. You know. And I think that's so rude. That's so rude. So if I was in the same category as black people and people of color, like, people act like they like black people and they support black people until they do something negative, and then they want to call them nigger and
yeah, because they know that is a below the belt.
Exactly, and that's exactly what people are doing. I feel like that is not cool at all. So, when approaching a person who seems
ambiguous, maybe.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. It seems ambiguous, or, you know, you may assume that they're trans the proper way. I mean, don't do it like, you know, just say, hey, I just don't want to be disrespectful to you, but how would you like for me to address you?
Yeah. Yeah, or
You know
maybe
what I'm
if
saying?
you even ask their name, if they say their name is Amanda, is it safe to assume that they are a she?
No. So I have a friend now that is trans, and she is a trans. He's a trans man.
Okay.
Born female, FTM. That's what they call it, FTM,
Okay.
female to male. And they don't like to be addressed as neither.
Okay.
So
just by name, then. If you
them,
give me a name,
they. If you don't call them by their name, say them or they.
all right.
That's what they say. So it don't matter. Like, I know that's very confusing, but realistic, like,
I mean,
that's.
and I get it. Everybody is literally different, but it's just hard because I feel like people. Well, you know, and when I say people, I really mean social media. It's like you read these things, and I'm reading it from somebody else's perspective that represents this party, and they're saying this very aggressively as facts. So now I'm thinking, okay, this is how it should go. But to be honest, you just can't. It's like you can't, like people who are mixed, like, you know how they say the whole 1% rule. You got a black daddy, or your granddad was black, you probably black, whatever the case is. But now they're like, you ain't black, you white, you a white girl.
Yeah.
How you gonna say that because this isn't it? But it's like in reality, they made the rule. You know what I mean? So it's
Period.
like, it's like, how do you, so now you're going to treat this person like they're not black or try to take away. I actually learned something. Remember I asked you today, if you saw Bridesmaids before, I just saw it for the first time last night or whatever night that was. But I didn't know that the main character was black. So anyway, I didn't know she was black because she looked like a white woman. I'm not even kidding. But once my date pointed that out, I started noticing features that I'm like, okay.
Date?
My man. I'm sorry. It's so hard for me to say that. So when my boyfriend, he pointed it out, like some of her facial features. I mean, no, once my boyfriend said that, I started noticing like her bone structure, her hair, and just little things. I'm like, okay, I can see it. And not just up to me to validate that, but if she black, she black. It ain't up to me. But people, me being ignorant, I would have met her, talked to her, and would have dressed her as she was, like, assumed she was a white woman. So it's like, when my person say, hey, are you black?
That's what I'm saying.
It's complicated.
So, that's definitely something major. I think that's one of the biggest things in our community. Another thing when dealing with people in the LGBT community, let's just address the gay best friend thing, okay?
Oh my goodness. Well, I had one by default. I ain't trying to acquire you as a best friend.
Yeah, but you also didn't treat me like a purse. So that you treat me, yeah, exactly.
I treat you like a human being because
yes,
yeah, exactly. That's right. I did it right, y'all.
It.
Thank you. Let me be like me.
So I get it. Gay people, gay men are just gay black men. Let's say that, not to shade white, but get into it. But you know, I understand that we're really cool. We're very fashionable. We're very funny. We're very interesting.
Just living your best life.
We're living our best life.
Yeah.
It's just because we're free. Everybody has the freedom of speech. And I wish that straight men were a little bit more open and not so worried about their masculinity being compromised, because y'all could be the same way, to be honest. Like, it's not really that hard.
You're right.
But honestly,
that pride.
I get it. No pun intended.
The male's ego is very fragile.
You said pride, no pun intended. But so I think that y'all need to stop doing that. Like, I get, just let friendships happen genuinely, but just don't walk up to a person like, oh my God, you gonna be my gay best friend.
Yes, I know somebody told me, she was like, first she asked me if there were a lot of did I notice there were a lot of gay people at our job? And it caught me off guard, I can't lie. And so I was just like, not really. I've seen some, but I shouldn't have even said that. I should have asked her why it mattered.
Yeah.
And then I remember her saying, I need a gay male friend. I'm just like, what does that even mean? Like, do you shop for that? I don't understand. Like,
they do that.
What is that gonna do for you?
They love that. And then a lot of times when people do that, I notice that the next question that comes out of their mouth, or one of the first things they ask them is, do you think my boyfriend is gay?
Oh my God.
Do you think that this person is gay? Do you think?
Oh my God. Just so ignorant.
It's so, and I mean, some guys fall for it, but me, on the other hand, do not ever approach me on stuff like that, because realistically, even if they had gay encounters or whatever the case may be, so what? That's their business. So I just don't like stuff like that. It just puts me personally in a real uncomfortable state. And it's just like you only using me for that information. And in my head, I think like, okay, so this is the type of person that I know if I fall out with them, they're going to call me all type of names.
Oh, you're right.
And use it against me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not really trying to be my friend. They're just using me to benefit for whatever reasons. For the fun, the experience. Sometimes fashion tips and makeup and all type of stuff. And I don't think that's fair to us. Because I'm like, girl, I'm not no damn dog.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not an accessory.
Well, if you identify as a dog, you have a right to be a dog, Drake. I want you to know
but
that.
I don't.
Okay, sorry.
So I just don't like that. And I feel like that is not fair. So you have witnessed that with people.
Yes, absolutely. And I've been in environments where I've heard women asking gay men inappropriate questions or saying like this, "Oh, you will be good for my cousin. He gay."
Next one. Let's talk about that now. Let's talk about that now. So here's the thing. Just because people are gay, like say for instance, you know two gay men, and you're like, "Oh, my cousin's gay. You should talk to him."
Right. It's like gay people
That's
don't
not
have to date
cool.
each other just because you know gay. That shows how unexposed they are to the people of that lifestyle.
Yeah. And I'm like, here's the thing. Like, just because we're gay, you think that we're just supposed to be attracted to somebody else because they're gay. Like, we have standards. Just like you wouldn't date, like, for some girls, they only date rappers or they like ballers, or some people like people that are more educated, or some people like athletes, and some people like this and this and that. We have standards too, Pooh.
Exactly. And it's like,
so it's like, girl, first of all, how do you even know? You didn't ask me what type of dudes that I like or what am I attracted to, what I don't like, what I do like, and you just trying to mesh us together just because we're gay. That's putting us in an awkward situation. Now we both reading you.
Right. Like, girl. Exactly.
Right.
But I think for them it's like they want to experience something. I think they think that y'all supposed to kiss in front of them so they can be like, yes.
Go watch gay porn. Go watch it. Like, it's free.
It is.
So I don't no.
What about when girls or hetero people use quote unquote homosexual terms like yes and I live?
So
read me because that used to be me.
No, but you know what's so crazy though? I think that it's something that's infectious because some of the like those words you have never heard from anywhere.
Yeah.
But those are terms that we in the community have come up with just to communicate with each other as like almost like girlfriend terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have like certain words that you use with your friends, and it just it makes us in a sense it does make us feel some type of way sometimes because it's like, dang. Y'all don't even like us, but y'all want to use our stuff that we use to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people say throwing shade. Like it's a universal term.
I hear straight men saying throwing shade and clocking tea. And I'm like, you don't even know the origin of that word.
Yeah,
and you're homophobic as fuck. And you want to sit here and say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I actually don't have a problem with people using it unless I feel like you're homophobic. Because I'm going to call you out on it.
Yeah,
I'm going to be like, what you say? You know, that's like a drag queen term.
Dude. I'm just saying you mad tea sippy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make you feel real uncomfortable for saying that. I'm like, you know, that's like a drag queen term. That's where it came from, and it also puts us in an uncomfortable situation when we say that or try to explain that to women, and they automatically assume that we're trying to be like them.
Really?
They're like, you want to be me. That's one of the worst things girls say. They're like, you want what I got. I was born with this.
Oh, my God.
You want what I got. Like, you need to act like...
I don't even like anything that you have, actually.
Yeah. And I don't want to be no girl. Like, if I wanted to be a woman, I would be a woman. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy being a male. You
enjoy males.
I'm a male that enjoys males, and that exists.
M for M, mask for mask. What about if they ask about sexual positions and preferences? Because I felt like I didn't know that was disrespectful. But I mean, thankfully, I've never been in a situation where I had to get checked about it. But
well, the thing about it is, most boys are not embarrassed about it.
Oh, really? I thought.
I feel like most
Twitter got me thinking that.
No, listen. Twitter is a fantasy world. I think that people sit at home and they're bored and they just find stuff to get mad at.
They waiting to be mad about something. So
they're like, "Ooh, yes, I'm finna bring her."
Exactly.
So I mean, that's a fantasy world. I don't even look at stuff like that. Whatever. I don't get offended by it. That don't mean anybody else could, but I feel like it's offensive when it comes down to trans people, because a lot of times what people don't realize is that sex changes do cost a lot of money.
A lot.
So it costs a lot of money, and it's not something that's just you can just get. Like, it's not something you just wake up and like, hey, I'm just gonna get sexual reassignment surgery. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just because I am a trans woman now, not me per se, but I'm using it as an example. Mm-hmm. And I still have my male organ. Am I not supposed to use it?
Yeah, good point. Cause I think,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's there. Like,
do
I not deserve to get pleasure from that?
Shauna Brooks still have her penis.
About 95% of trans women have their.
Oh, okay.
Have their.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They still have it. Like, I legit.
Madison.
Yes, I legit know one trans woman who doesn't.
Who?
Only one.
Are they a public figure?
They are.
Is that Maya?
No, well, they're not a public figure, but...
I mean, this is none of my business. I'm just... maybe
I
should ask this off air. I don't want to get drugged.
Yeah, let's do this off air. But, yeah. So, I think that's rude. Just don't automatically assume that all gay men want to be a woman just because they act feminine or they do certain things. Naturally, they are feminine. I mean, whatever. The thing about it is heterosexual men are feminine. If you ever let a guy just sit and be who he wants to be, you will notice certain feminine traits that you see we do. And it's probably why some people think that men are gay. They be like, I think he's gay because he do this and he do that. Now, sometimes it's a little bit obvious. Like, I'm guilty of that too. But realistically, like, guys have feminine and male.
It just is what it is. I'm pretty sure people say I'm masculine. I give dab and I say, "What's up, bro?" when I meet people for the first time.
Even some girls who are not like extra girly. I mean, that's not a requirement for girls. Like, you don't have to be like a person
super
that
feminine.
Wears makeup
true.
And
that's some
like
flexibility that we have.
Yeah, and people that don't do that, sometimes they get confused with being lesbians, and I'm like, listen.
Oh, I know. You know what's so crazy? I mean, it don't bother me now, but for a long time, all of my friends were from the LQBTQ community, and so people just assume, and it makes sense. I get it. But to this day, people think that too. They be like, people say because I'm so chill. It just be some stuff. I'm like,
yeah, like you can't go off of that.
Just for the record, I've never, ever been with a woman, but I think women are very beautiful, especially Janelle Monáe, Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
What's Sansa from Game of Thrones? Her name is Sophie Turner. She's very beautiful. So that's, but I've never, ever been into women. But there have been a lot of people who have thought that I was into women. And I'm gonna stop addressing it because I don't feel like people repeat things and they probably are guilty of it. I don't need y'all having that misinterpretation. That's not the case. Thank you.
So.
And then, no, mind you and Desiree, both of y'all are, homosexual or lesbian.
Well, LGBTQ.
Yeah, y'all in the community. So it's like, dang, I can't even got there,
I know. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be that hard. Just, I mean, honestly, you say I'm gay. I'm not offended by nothing. People will tell me, like, dang, you got fat. I'm like, dang, I did. Like, I really did. I mean, I'm working on it. That's what I be saying. I'm working on it, but I did get fat, girl. But, yeah. So that is another. I'm trying to think of some more. Because it's a lot.
What about, have you ever been asked, when you knew you was gay? How long you been gay? Who turned you out? Okay,
so here's the thing. Can we just close the stigma of thinking that all homosexuals have been molested? Because it's a lot of heterosexual people that have been molested and they're straight.
And that's a fact. 1,000% fact. That's a good point.
So it's a lot of people that were molested as heterosexual. Like, I know men who are straight that were molested by other men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And women as well.
So, same thing. So, yeah, so that actually needs to die because that's not true. Nobody turned them out. It's just more normalized now. I mean, more in the open. The thing about it is, just as much as y'all think, oh, Atlanta is so gay now, it's always been like that. It's just been a little, it's just been under the yeah.
And there's so many people living on the low. Like, I know some thugs, for real,
yeah,
who are living on the low. And then they can have their own sexual preference, but they also are the ones having the homophobic thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Or people thinking, ain't no way, but like, you know what I'm saying? I done been spilled the tea.
Yeah, and it's like, for real, why not? Like, why can't they do that? Because I feel, I mean, of course, be safe. I think that at the end of the day, everybody should be safe, gay and straight. Use protection, get tested, do all that type of stuff. But why is it that women can do whatever they want to do? They can kiss other women, have sex with other women, but as soon as a man do it, it's like, whoa. I had
one girl-on-girl experience, and a dude do it one time. He gay. Once you gay, you always gay.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that what people, I mean, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. What people need to do is study the anatomy of a male's body. Right. Oh, well, that don't make no sense. They need to study male anatomy.
Yeah.
So, and realize that a male G-spot is in their butthole.
In the butt.
As much as you want to be like, oh, that's gay. I mean,
no, it's
they
sexual.
receive, exactly. So if you really trying to please your man,
there are a lot of women that peg men.
Exactly.
There are a lot of men. I mean, it just.
I'm not. I ain't gonna say I'm into it. Like, yes, I love that, but I am respected because of that. Because it's a couple that they've been doing porn for a long time, and they both are like heavily tattooed. They both black, and she even has her body done. Like, it's like urban people, like tattoos on his face, everything. And as of recently, like, I followed him on Twitter, and as of recently, in the last 6 months, she started using like dildos on him and all type of stuff.
What's their name? Asking for research purposes.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, friend.
But I just be watching it, and I'm like, wow. And she don't even care. She even like shaves his butt for him.
Oh wow, they're very intimate.
She do a lot of stuff, but I don't think that and I'm pretty sure in her head she's like, he's not gay, I'm just pleasing my man.
Like, it's just having sex.
He definitely probably won't leave her because realistically she's pleasing him the way he wants to be pleased and not judging him by it. Judging him for
it. It's probably very hard to find somebody who won't off the
very
real
much
be like,
so.
get what he asked me to do.
Yeah. So just because you see a dude on a block selling drugs or as a rapper, blah, 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 yes, they will. And especially if you have money, you're definitely about to do stuff like that because you like, I can pay people to
First
come
of all,
over
think
and
about
do
these
this.
celebrities who get quote unquote caught up in scandals. It's like you get pussy on demand, you get what you want. And that's why I'm not saying that's why they get caught up in stuff, but it's kind of like you're sexual. You want to try stuff, and that's what ends up getting people in these situations because now people want to take advantage and expose them, but in reality they just were just exploring their sexuality.
Yeah. So yeah, let's not do all of the things. And while we're on the topic of sex, I think that it is horrible to just automatically associate gays with HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
That's just not cool.
Is long washed away.
Yeah, because honestly, everything is everybody's disease. It's been that way, but realistically, like, I know women and I know men who have unprotected sex and do all type of stuff. Like, I have people that I know that have been exposed to all type of diseases and it's people who know who are
knowingly impacted and do not behave in a protective or safe way.
But it's not a gay disease. Like, stop associating that with our community. It's just not fair.
It's not. I agree.
It's not fair. So yeah.
I do think that this cultural shift is helping people be more open to it.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be some time. I don't think it's ever going to be 100% accepted, unfortunately. Because I think there's always going to be somebody with some ignorance and some kind of, like, people can also chalk it up to a religious preference, which is whatever. That's your preference, but it doesn't give you the right to, like, you can't say, I don't agree with their lifestyle. Okay, I don't agree with your ponytail. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, let people live how they want to live. Because at the end of the day, it's really just about who they have sex with.
Yeah.
So it's like...
It's not your business.
It's not anybody's business.
It's not nobody's business.
I agree.
I also feel like girls should hold their boyfriends and husbands and fiancés accountable for being homophobic.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because you are not homophobic, I think that you should educate your spouse or your lover on it, because I think that that's a huge thing. I've been in situations where, like, my friend who's a female isn't homophobic, but their lover was, and
He's not talking about me, because my man is not homophobic.
No. And...
Just want to get... like, you talking about me on my show?
No. So I feel like I've been in situations like that, and they just not with it, and they try to explain it to me like, oh, he not with that. Oh, he ain't gonna be. We probably have to do this and do that. I'm like, I'm not hiding myself.
That's
I'm not.
crazy.
If you want to do that, if that's the case, you
and
come to me.
she must not be with it either. Then it's like,
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all.
They had Pride Apple Watch bands, and if you wore, like, I wear it, they're like, oh, are you gay? And it's like, no, I'm just happy.
I think we're past that. At this point, I think rainbow is a trend now. I mean, look at 6ix9ine. His hair was rainbow.
True.
So I think rainbow colors are a trend. You don't even have to be gay.
Yeah, I think it's just when it's presented in a way of a flag, people automatically assume. But you don't have to be gay to support gay rights or,
Yeah, and you know what? I used to be so ignorant in middle school and high school, and I thought that even in my younger years, I thought that it was so tacky to wear rainbow stuff.
Well, I think it did look kind of corny at one point.
I was just like, ew, like I would never wear a rainbow belt.
Like when people wear American flags on 4th of July, it's like, what you doing?
Right.
But other countries are so proud of their flag.
I'd be like, oh my God, they used to have like rainbow belts and like earrings. I used to hate them. I'm like, oh my God, that's so tacky.
It's still it can be tasteful and distasteful.
Yeah. My girl, young baby Tate, rocks her rainbow every day.
Period. Does she identify with the LGBTQ community?
No.
It's okay if she does or doesn't. I was only asking for actually, I shouldn't have asked because it's none of my business. I just learned a lesson.
No, but she, if you want to know, I feel like if you want to know something, ask. But she doesn't identify as that.
I mean, they don't care. They get too comfortable. You give them an inch, they take a mile.
So she definitely is. She wear a rainbow every day, all the time.
She's in solidarity.
All the time. I'm sorry. I'm actually looking at a video of Carisha and Santana. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
I feel like, let me just talk about Carisha.
I don't like Carisha.
This Santana, the boy.
I can't see the face. She was like, he very top heavy. He was like,
but here's the thing though. I think that that's just a way that they play with each other, and I think that people need to like lighten up on her for real.
People mad about what the hell happened? I'm sorry, I keep looking at my hair.
Sensitive culture, child. They was just saying how they can read through the way that she was talking to him, and it was very homophobic.
But ain't this like her best friend?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think that's what I'm saying, but they shouldn't put
camaraderie where they can talk to each other how they want if it's okay between those two people.
Yeah, I don't think they should have did that on live.
Yeah, but she don't mean, come on, who we talking?
They said that, she had said some ignorant things in the past about the LGBT community and about her son if he were to grow up gay. And I get it, but then I don't get it. I get it because I feel like that's just how we were raised. Like, absolutely. I listen to my family members and, well, not my family. You know what's so crazy? I never had to really deal with homophobic things from my family.
You were blessed.
The only person that really probably, maybe I shouldn't say that on air, but one person, and she's over it. But yeah, but I never had to deal with that with my family at all. So I mean that's a blessing, but I feel like people are taught that.
Yeah, and it's like you don't even. I mean, I used to think that way, and I had gay friends. That's what I try to express this way on Twitter. But people were very upset with me. Maybe I didn't say it properly, but I used to really feel like, oh, I don't ever want my child to be gay. But it's like, but I also don't have a problem with gay people. So there's still obviously some kind of fear attached to that.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that. I just thought like I just don't want my son to be gay, and it didn't have nothing to do with I don't want him to struggle through a lifestyle. It's because I looked at being gay as wrong. Now I don't anymore, but I felt that way up into my adult years. It just took for me to be educated on this. I think that's what it is.
We love an educated black queen.
I think for people like Carisha and other folks who say stuff like that, they just need to be educated. But what's not going to happen is her reading these comments, people hating her. That's not going to make her change. That's going to make her double down and
help her.
How she feels.
And even Cardi B at one point when she said some things that were offensive, she definitely didn't respond in the way that Carisha responded. She just said, she explained. She said, I didn't grow up like how a lot of people grew up. I grew up in the hood, and
people love to say that ain't no excuse, but I mean, it is.
I mean, in a way, you can use it as an excuse, but say it in the same breath, saying that you're trying to make it, be a better person.
Somebody else had it. Was an Asian doll?
Yeah.
And she basically cleaned up and was explaining.
She explained it, and she was just saying like, try to educate me on that.
Yeah.
And because I really don't know, and I don't know offensive terminology and stuff like that. If you say stuff like that, me personally, I respect it because I feel like at least you're being honest and you're acknowledging that you know that it's wrong, but you just need more further education on it.
Right, and that's just what it is. But the thing about this social media era is you can't be wrong ever. So it's like, nope, cancel. Cancel.
I'm not canceling nobody.
And there are people along in those crowds that are looking to educate, but it's more fun to cancel people and make them look bad.
I'm not canceling nobody.
Period.
I don't cancel people. I let people
Well, I
make their
cancel R.
mistakes.
Kelly and I cancel Kanye West.
Okay, yeah. R. Kelly definitely is canceled, so I'll take that back.
But it's different. It's not like, I don't mean
He's
cancel
harming
in
people.
terms of social media. I mean literally like I'm not supporting him because he's done enough to convince me.
He's
Not even
harming
convince me,
people.
it's enough facts.
You know how I feel about Kanye. I'm not canceling Kanye.
Okay, well, when he become the president, I'm just kidding.
He's not gonna come
well, people say that about Trump, but look where we at. Anywho, okay.
But yeah, just support your.
How do y'all feel about it?
I mean, you think they're gonna respond right now?
Yeah. No, like for real, I would like to know what y'all like. Y'all maybe if y'all
Your
have experiences
feedback.
with this or any feedback or anything to add, because I think this is a good.
I want to hear from the heterosexual community. I mean, I understand how the gay community feel. I mean, you can still send stuff, but I do want to hear from our heterosexual community because I feel like it is very important. I mean, your support for us is very important because we can't do nothing without y'all. Like, we can't, realistically, nobody listens to us. Nobody believes us, and we need guys more than anything because women have struggles too. So, I mean, even though we do have a lot of women on our side, they still overlooking women. Right. I mean, look at it. Look at what's going on with this abortion stuff.
Right. I mean,
so it's like they're overlooking them. We need the guys, and I always tell my straight friends, like, just support me. Like, I'm not gonna.
Don't be looking from the side like, oh, that's sad. What's going on over there? It's like,
no, like you see
support.
your friends struggling through stuff, you should support them in any way you can.
I agree.
So yeah.
Okay. I agree. You know, I'm thankful for the growth that I've received over time, but I do know that there are people close to me who there's just no convincing, and it's really sad because it's like, this is the world you live in. Like, I hate people be like, oh, that's that gay girl, oh, that's that gay boy. It's like, no, that is such and such, and their name.
Call them by their name.
Exactly. It's just not necessary, but sometimes I feel like people who are not gay feel superior to people that are. But I think that, especially when I think about African Americans that have been oppressed, it's like, how can you try to oppress another group? You know what I mean? And not just African Americans. Obviously, it's an international thing. But I just think, like, you know, we know how it feels to be discriminated against because of something we could not choose. And people do not choose to be gay. They do not choose to have those.
You think I want to be? I would choose to be discriminated against?
Right. Like, no. I've talked to gay men who say they wish they like women. They tried. But it's just, like, not fair to be oppressed and then be an oppressor. Like, that's not how this works. Like, we are all human beings. We have the life we were given, and we are working with it. So, you know, none of us had a choice on how we came into this world. You just so happen to be someone that is straight and black. Period. And, you know, all these other things, and it's just not cool. It's like, don't spread hate, but also want love. It don't work like that.
Period.
Period.
Period, Pooh.
Exclamation point.
If you want a visual representation of what period poo means, go to my page and look at my pictures. I am period.
He's trying to get his engagement up. Y'all don't fall for it.
Fall for it, please. In conclusion, happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride.
Find out your local area Pride events, and if you've never been. I said I was gonna take my sister this year. She never been, so maybe I can make it like a family and friends thing. All my family and friends that have never experienced Pride, I think I should bring them. Is
it all month?
No, it's in October.
I mean, it's all summer. I'm talking about okay, gotcha. I'm talking about the DC thing.
Well, this is just weekend. Pride Month, gotcha. Like how Black History Month. But,
that's what I mean, yeah.
But the actual Pride events are like all throughout the summer. So it's like LA, New York, blah, blah, blah. So now they're like expanding it. So now they have Compton Pride, which I don't know how that's going to work out.
Compton Pride. Well, I seen some of them pictures of some of them Blood Brothers.
This is the first year of Compton Pride. So
that's what's up. I like it. I love it.
They spreading it out in the street. So we finna see y'all. Be careful out there.
I can't. All right, well, this has been yet another episode of OD Podcast, y'all. Send us some emails. You know, I have received emails and feedback, but you know, I never have a way to like slide it into the episode. So maybe we should make a segment for feedback, and then we can go from there.
I am feedback.
I've gotten voice memos, emails, text messages, DMs, everything, and I need to just put it out there. And I also got some feedback about our message to those who wanted to be on the show. Yeah, the rule still stands.
Period.
But all right, y'all. Holla at us. Everything you need to know is going to be in the description of the episode. Email address, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And phone number because y'all can text and call me. Send me y'all friends.
We have a good score on iTunes, but I want to remind you guys to please rate us 5 stars. If you are listening to this episode right now from an iPhone and you know you have not rated us yet, please just go ahead and give us 5 stars. You just literally click on the 5th star. And that's it. You don't have to write anything. Just give us 5 stars. It would be lovely if you left us a positive review. If you have anything negative to say, and if you have to score us anything less than a 5, just send us a DM and we can rectify it. I welcome all feedback. I have received feedback. I have no problem with it. But I do not want us to be tainted in a negative light when we're out here trying to do good. If we can do better, let us do better. Give us an opportunity to do so. Let's fix it for you. Period. Anyway, y'all. Bye.